Okay.
I'm getting real mad.
This is what I do for a living.
I'm getting real mad.
Okay, you can get as mad as you want to.
Stop, you're gonna hurt yourself.
So you don't got anything better to do, you dumb fuck!
Vanessa, put your shirt on, please.
Stop, you're gonna hurt yourself.
So you don't got anything better to do, you dumb fuck! You wanna touch me?
On the night of May 27, 2024, police were dispatched to a nightclub following a report of a woman causing a disturbance. Upon arrival, they found a young woman who had been denied entry and was now verbally abusing staff and anyone nearby. Officers attempted to de-escalate, but their efforts were met with immediate hostility. The woman was not interested in explaining the situation. Instead, she challenged the officer's authority and bizarrely threatened to call the police on them. Her aggression continued to mount, making it clear that a peaceful resolution was impossible. After a brief and unproductive exchange, the officers moved to place her under arrest. The moment she saw the handcuffs, she began to physically resist. She thrashed and kicked, turning the arrest into a prolonged struggle. Officers had to physically maneuver her into the back of the patrol car as she braced herself and refused to comply, all while daring them to use pepper spray. During the transport to the police station, she continued her verbal assault.
You f***ing idiots.
If you get her feet back in on the side,
You f***ing idiots. 3 months, got a girl in a car.
stop, Lucy.
No.
Watch this. Got her.
Repeatedly insulting the officer driving the vehicle. His attempts to calm her down were met with more anger and a stream of demands. She remained completely belligerent for the entire ride. At the station, her non-compliance escalated. She refused to walk and had to be physically guided into the booking area. Once there, she demanded that lawyers be brought to her immediately and refused to accept that she was not going home.
I actually need to go home now.
Okay, well,
and
you
I'm
need-
I want the lawyers here.
Okay.
Lawyers now!
You're not going
Don't
home.
touch
Have
me.
a seat. Then have a seat.
I don't
And
care.
act right.
No.
Okay, you can just go right in the cell.
The situation took a violent turn when an officer attempted to process her. When asked to remove her shoes, she responded by repeatedly and deliberately stomping on the officer's foot. As they struggled to control her, she continued to kick and fight, screaming that they should be arresting bad people.
Stop.
Okay, just
Make sure there's nothing in her pockets. Thank you.
No one
Nothing
touched
there.
me.
slow. Don't start.
I want to go
Don't.
home.
You gotta pop your shoes off here.
What are you doing? I'm not.
What's her name?
Stop, you're gonna hurt yourself.
I don't care. I
Stop
want to
on
go
my foot
home.
one more time.
It's so stupid out of here.
Just kick your shoes off,
No,
please.
I want to go home. I'm not kicking my shoes off, you idiots.
All right.
Thank you.
I
All
can't.
right, come on, Jen.
Hold on, I gotta get this thing out of my pocket.
Let's go to the cell.
After being placed in a holding cell, she made a final attempt at violence, trying to punch an officer through the bars of the door. Her father was called and later arrived at the station, where an officer informed him that his daughter's continued, completely ridiculous conduct meant she would not be released immediately.
How you doing?
Hey, good.
I'm Patrolman Lee. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're Jenna's dad?
Yes.
Right. It might be a while. She still ain't acting right. So, she still wants to demand water like this is the Hilton. She's still screaming at us, calling us names. So, I mean, I'm not really in the practice of getting disrespected and then just letting somebody go early. So, I know you came down here. I'll give her a shot for another 20 minutes or so. And then if she's fine, we'll get her out to you.
Eventually, she was processed and released. Her defiant attitude, however, had not changed. She complained about the service in the holding cell and asked what charges the officers would be facing for arresting her. The officer ignored her final provocations and handed her the paperwork. She was charged with noise interference with business, defiant trespass, assault, and resisting arrest. Her court date was set for June 12th.
Okay,
I'm
this is
getting
what I-
real mad.
This is what I do for a living.
I'm getting
okay?
real mad.
Okay, you can get as mad as you want to. Okay.
What is it? Mommy! What is it?
I hope every single one of you guys gets cancer of the epidermis.
At 4 in the morning in Key West, Florida, 26-year-old Michelle Jackson called the police to report that a red Porsche was blocking her car. When an officer arrived, the Porsche was gone. Jackson admitted the incident had actually occurred the previous morning. The officer, smelling alcohol on her breath, advised her to call again if it happened in the future and warned her not to drive in her current condition. As he turned to leave, Jackson grabbed him from behind. The officer immediately took her to the ground to subdue her as she began to struggle and reach for her bag. Jackson started screaming that the officer was hurting her, drawing the attention of bystanders. The officer called for backup while trying to control her as she continued to resist.
He's hurting me.
Turn over on your stomach. Turn over on your stomach right now.
I won't.
Turn over on your stomach right now.
I won't.
Don't move.
I won't. I won't because
Nope.
everything that you just saw
You are
was
going to
recorded.
jail.
Send me to jail.
I have
gonna
my body
sue
cam
you.
on.
I'm going to
Everything's-
sue. Good.
Good luck.
Good. I'm going to sue you.
Good luck.
What's your name?
A second officer arrived, and they were able to place her in handcuffs. Once in the back of the patrol car, Jackson managed to slip her handcuffs to the front. The officers had to remove her from the vehicle to secure her again. During this time, she threatened them, stating she would take this to the full extent of the law, and then launched into a tirade, telling the officers she hoped they would die from cancer.
Unreal.
Okay, by resisting, you
What you were doing to me right now is unreal.
We're not
I don't give
doing
a who you are or what you look like. What you were doing to me right now is not okay.
We're trying to check for you for
I'm
weapons.
trying to go to my house, which is behind me. I had no weapons. I asked him if I could park in my spot.
At the detention center, she refused to get out of the patrol car and had to be physically removed by correctional officers. Inside, her behavior remained erratic, as she claimed to be a nice girl and a minister to society. Michelle Jackson was booked on charges of battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest.
Vanessa, put your shirt on, please.
Look, I'm a businesswoman, so I have a lot of ideas in me. Do you want to know how much I earn a year?
I honestly...
You probably do like tasers.
So you said you...
Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me right now!
In the affluent Chicago suburb of Lake Forest, Illinois, police on patrol noticed a car pull into a parking lot well after midnight. The vehicle's occupants, 23-year-old Vanessa Catrijan and a male passenger, immediately drew the officers' attention. What began as a routine check quickly devolved into a bizarre, drawn-out confrontation that would showcase a potent mix of arrogance, delusion, and defiance. The initial interaction was confusing. Vanessa, who appeared heavily intoxicated, claimed she lived nearby and wasn't planning on driving any further. Her passenger told the officer they were drunk as hell, confirming suspicions. Vanessa, however, was less forthcoming, launching into a series of rambling and contradictory statements. She proudly declared herself a businesswoman, suggesting her status should exempt her from scrutiny. When the officer repeatedly asked for her ID, she struggled to produce it, instead offering up random items from her purse, including headphones and what looked like a business card. Her inability to follow simple commands, combined with the strong smell of alcohol and her bloodshot eyes, painted a clear picture of impairment. Throughout the encounter, Vanessa grew increasingly agitated and confrontational. She accused the officers of targeting her because she was Latina, a claim the Hispanic officer quickly debunked. She flaunted her wealth, asking an officer if he wanted to know her annual salary, but he was unimpressed. Her behavior swung erratically between belligerence and bizarre, nonsensical tangents. Officers offered Vanessa multiple opportunities to cooperate, including the chance to perform field sobriety tests at the station where it was warm. She initially agreed, but then became evasive, refusing to give a clear yes or no answer. With their patience exhausted and with clear signs of impairment, the police decided to place her under arrest for driving under the influence. The arrest itself was a struggle. Vanessa refused to exit the vehicle. forcing officers to give her a direct, lawful order. Once out of the car, she was secured in a patrol vehicle, where her behavior took a turn for the worse. She began kicking the car's interior and repeatedly removed her seatbelt, all while screaming for the officers to kill her. At the police station, Vanessa's meltdown intensified. She became physically violent, allegedly spitting on and kicking an officer, which added new charges to her growing list. Her defiance continued inside, where she refused to follow instructions and became increasingly erratic. The situation took a strange turn when officers attempted to let her use the restroom. Instead of cooperating, Vanessa removed her shirt and continued her verbal tirade, again daring officers to kill her. Her unpredictable behavior forced them to handcuff her to a bench for her own safety and theirs. In a move worthy of an escape artist, she managed to slip out of her handcuffs multiple times, requiring officers to resecure her repeatedly. Medics were eventually called to transport Vanessa to the hospital for evaluation. She was ultimately booked for DUI, aggravated battery on a peace officer, resisting arrest, and possession of a controlled substance. In a surprising turn of events, court records show that while she pleaded guilty to drug possession, all other charges were dismissed. The 23-year-old was subsequently admitted into a drug treatment program.
Deputy Heckman again, I'm here. I'm walking up right now. Okay, look out, look, hey, listen, okay? No, okay, nope, I got you. I'm here, okay? I'm gonna shine my flashlight 3 times in your mirror, okay? Can you see that? Hey, can you see that? Can you guys move back? All right, they're moving back, okay?
In March 2023, a Wisconsin state trooper identified a vehicle on Interstate 90 that had been stopped earlier for speeding. The driver was known to have a suspended license. The situation took a dangerous turn when the car, after several miles, came to a dead stop in the middle of the active interstate, prompting a high-risk response. Monroe County Sheriff's deputies arrived to assist, but the 29-year-old driver had her own plan. She called 911, not for help, but to accuse the officers of trying to steal her car. Her decision to park on the interstate forced deputies to shut down all westbound traffic, creating a massive gridlock. A bizarre standoff began, lasting for nearly an hour. The woman, whose 2 young children, ages 8 and 11, were in the backseat, refused to exit the vehicle. She insisted through calls patched from dispatch that the officers were imposters who had previously robbed her, and she demanded proof of their identities. With negotiations failing, deputies moved in. While some officers created a distraction, others deployed spike strips to prevent an escape. When the driver rolled up her window, they smashed it, tasing her as she began to physically resist their efforts to remove her from the car.
Get out of the vehicle now, you're gonna get tased again! Put your hands behind your back, now!
Got it.
All right, man, relax. Are you hitting that again? No. Stop resisting.
She was ultimately charged with a litany of felonies and misdemeanors, including recklessly endangering safety, fleeing an officer, child neglect, and operating while intoxicated with a minor. After failing to appear in court, her bond was increased, and in August 2024, she was found guilty on 2 felony counts and 1 misdemeanor, resulting in a sentence of 52 days in jail and 3 years of probation.
Shooting at his house, possibly a scam call. Probably would not answer any questions. Possible female caller.
Bravo 576, how many is going to that?
At this time we have 4. We're still gathering information from the call taker. Caller did not sound frantic, possible.
On December 12, 2023, a frantic call shattered the late-night quiet in Brookfield, Wisconsin. A woman reported a man was outside her home firing a gun, but refused to provide any identifying information. The nature of the call triggered a massive response, with every available officer racing to the scene. But when police arrived, they found nothing. No shooter, no shell casings, no signs of panic. Just a silent street. It had all the hallmarks of a swatting incident, a dangerous prank designed to provoke an emergency response.
You know, whoever that guy is, I will teach him.
Did you hear someone shooting?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
I didn't see it.
Hi, we should be good.
The caller, however, was persistent, phoning police repeatedly throughout the night to insist the imaginary gunman was still there. A sergeant, growing suspicious, recognized the caller's voice from previous encounters and instructed dispatch to forward her calls to his desk.
Okay, this is Sergeant Griebling with the Brookfield Police Department. You called us?
Who is Ashley?
I thought this was Ashley.
Why would you think that?
Okay, well, Ashley, right now we are going to finish this investigation for swatting. So, like I said before, you can either keep calling and each one will refer out as a different charge, or you can stop calling and we can move forward from here.
A quick check of their internal database revealed the likely culprit, 36-year-old Ashley Corbin. He confronted her over the phone, informing her she was now the subject of a felony swatting investigation. Ashley sounded heavily intoxicated and denied everything. But the sergeant had a plan. While one officer kept her on the line, another called the phone number listed for Ashley in their system. After locating her at an apartment in Waukesha, officers decided it was time to pay her a surprise visit. They found her outside, and what should have been a simple arrest turned into a bizarre, comical standoff involving her very uncooperative dog, Prince. Ashley seemed utterly oblivious to the reason for their visit, focusing all her energy on wrangling her disobedient dog. She then launched into a series of delusional claims, stating that she was dating a Brookfield police officer and, for good measure, that she was a brain surgeon. Her fantasy world quickly collided with reality. Placed in custody, she was transferred from Waukesha officers to the Brookfield police she had tormented all night. Her belligerent and erratic behavior continued all the way to the station. A search warrant later revealed the full scope of her prank. Her phone records showed she had made 15 calls to the police department, using the 67 feature to block her number each time. Ashley Corbin was charged with felony false reporting of an emergency and misdemeanor resisting an officer. After pleading no contest to the felony charge, she was found guilty. For a prank that wasted massive amounts of police resources and endangered the public, she was sentenced to 1.5 years of confinement, followed by another 1.5 years of extended supervision.